it's kind of crazy, but I'm tempted to actually do a commentary of Mighty Number 9, so look forward to that in the future. Let's pretend I never said that. So yeah.
From the Japanese George Lucas.
Which I do agree with that point. Okay, get through all these intros. Thank you. That was a lot of splash screens. Welcome.
Mighty Number 9.
Yes, I finally did a recording of this game, and yeah, I did go against my promise of doing this as a commentary, because, not to say I don't like this game, but the more I stop and think about it, it probably wouldn't really be worthwhile to do a commentary in the first place.
It would be worthwhile for the amount of salt we'll pour on it, but...
No, I'll be fine.
More specifically, you will pour the salt on, because me and Logan are going to try to do our damnedest to be a little more dignified.
I'm going
to say... all I'm going to say is that, fuck you, Keiji Inafune. I'm sorry, you are now the George Lucas of video games.
Guys,
It is the present year.
The present year? What's the present year?
Could give us a 20XX at least.
Registered trademark.
New era of peace and prosperity.
Yay.
Violence is confined.
I heard the mic peak a second there, but anyway. But no, so I'm going to try and go into this completely just reviewing the game by its own merits.
Today, the Coliseum
And not take to probably one of the world's worst Kickstarters.
But this does sound as though... Whoa! Inverted art!
Oh no! Somebody turned on the Photoshop filter!
That's how you make something look evil. It's just inverted. Anyway.
So I'm just going to say this right off the bat. See those mugshots over there? Wouldn't they make for interesting bosses compared to what we got?
Those the art in the background. Those characters look awesome!
Now, not to say I don't. And then here's our hero, Mighty Number 9, also known as Beck.
Also,
I think it's a cool design.
Voiced by Yuri Lowenthal himself, and I feel so sorry for Yuri.
Hang on, look.
Professor!
Hey!
Hey, Cabbage Head.
Back and functioning normally, it would appear. What on earth?
You wouldn't believe it, but this guy actually made him.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, we won't figure it out here. We must make for the laboratory.
By the way, so there's voice acting in this game, a lot of it, and here's the thing, all the voice actors I like. I just don't like their performances here.
I personally don't think the performances are bad. I just think that they don't mesh well with like the very stiff animation we just saw there.
Yeah.
Grabbing. We have it's running pretty smoothly.
Again, I'm running.
Who's that in the background?
That guy. Well, spoiler warnings. He's an asshole.
He's a news anchor. Oh no, he's not a
No,
news anchor. He's a.
With a very feminine voice.
Wait. A blonde, slick-back-haired president who is full of himself.
No, not that one.
He's not the president. He's actually the CEO of a robot company known as Cherry Dynamics.
They called him president. I am just going to say that.
Of course, being the world's leading robot manufacturer.
Or maybe their CEO can be the president at the same time. A businessman can become a president. You don't know.
Attention.
Yeah, a businessman can become a president. Look at Trump.
Let's not go there, please.
Yeah, let's
I
not.
know.
In this time,
Oh, they outright say this is the U.S.
Cherry Dine would
Yep.
just like to express that this isn't our fault. It's
P.S. It is definitely their fault.
behind this. Blame him.
What a trooper. So now they're all blaming it. So let me guess, he's actually the one. Let me guess, there's a double cross. He actually like is the one who like. Oh geez.
Oh, and suddenly we got an interruption by this asshole, Anchorman Avi.
Alright, so, here's the thing about the voice actors. I like all the voice actors. Yuri Lowenthal, I think he's fantastic. He voices one of my favorite, he's in one of my favorite video games of all time, if not my favorite video game.
Does it start with a P?
Yes. Shut up.
So that was Mighty Number 6, the flight thingy?
Yep.
Yep. Night number 6, Avi. Or
Oh my god,
Avi,
just let us play!
Oh, it's adorable.
Hello, Beck.
Well, they have to introduce the story and the world. The art, when they're in their 2D style, the
Wait,
art...
he's out of control! I am just standing here.
Kill him!
Menacingly!
Aim for the neck!
Alright, let's shoot him down. Oh, that
Wait,
didn't quite
whoa.
work. Let's dash into him.
The cells?
I mean, despite the fact... Oh, yes, there was the pizza pepperoni explosions, people. So infamous, so bad.
So, okay, to get back to the actual game itself, to explain it for people, because that's what we're supposed to do here, not just rip on it. That'll come later. James, so you can't actually just blow them up with your gun. You have to dash into them.
You could technically just blow them up with your blaster, but honestly, that it's not quite as efficient as, say, Mega Man's own Buster gun. So you literally, if you want to finish them off quickly, you do have to dash into them, but only when they're glowing.
Okay, that can be kind of cool. That can have some cool platforming.
And that may not have been immediately obvious, but I just picked up an extra life.
Yeah, no, that was a life. I could tell that as a life.
Well, you may have, because you played the game. You played the game before.
Something that the creators...
casual viewer probably. Go ahead.
I'll say, yeah, you just picked up a life. Something that the creators of this game really needed.
I guess so. I mean, to be fair, you could say they have too much of a life because there's one good reason why the development of this game was stilted a bit. They were trying to pretty much develop like 2 properties at the same time.
This kind of breaks up the Mega Man-esque game flow a little bit, where you're having us like suddenly do wave clears. By the way, what's those little glowing circles above our head?
Those are our powered up state. Depending on the color, they give us a certain attribute. Red's for power, yellow's green's for speed. I have no fucking idea what yellow does.
Defense?
It's either defense or honestly, I don't even know. It could very well be defense.
Dash is cool.
Wait, even people who like this game don't know how it's controlled. Oh, who am I kidding? Nobody likes this game.
He's trying to remember.
Oh, hush.
Right now.
Well, yeah, no, like, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. Like, I think Mighty No. 9 is a decent enough game. I just think that it didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Like, it barely pushed the hype. I mean, hell, he's not even here.
Ha.
Ha.
It scared the hype out of the room.
But
There we go.
By the way, Jordy, what do you make of what's on screen right now?
I mean, it gives me a Mega Man vibe, if that's what you're wondering.
really? I never noticed.
Was that our beat guy?
Pretty much.
What was that?
It's Avi, probably.
No, it's not Avi.
No, that would be too obvious.
Get it?
Uh-oh. I remember this from Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Oh yeah, a look at we did a while back, and yeah, and what I do appreciate about Mighty Gunvolt Burst is that the boss fight actually was different in that game as opposed to here, where it's actually pretty simple. I mean, it does make sense considering this is only the opening boss fight.
Does dashing into him do extra damage, or...?
I think it is incredibly stupid that we have to dash into him to do that, because immediately after we can get hurt.
Well, you could, assuming your dashing ability isn't that good to begin with, which probably says a lot about your skills.
This is the first level. The normal person wouldn't have that great of dash ability.
Guys, that's cool. We didn't have to blow him up. We healed him.
Woo.
Also, it almost looks like you have to shoot him and then you have to dash to confirm the damage. Otherwise, you could just get right back up.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really mind that mechanic personally speaking, but I can see why it would seem kind of weird to other people.
I find it stupid.
Oh, we know you do.
Oh, don't stop there, Matt. Why don't you tell us what you really think about this game?
It's a piece of shit, and I hate Keiji Inafune now.
Thank goodness. But where are the
Is that
other
all?
numbers?
It's okay. This is a safe place. Get out of your system.
I'm not joking. I was actually looking forward to this. I thought it would be good, and I gave it the benefit of the doubt. But I did play a bit of it, and I find it bad. Worse than bad, it is boring. It is, in my opinion, incredibly boring. It ruins the flow of the Mega Man games, and it was obvious that Keiji Inafune was just pulling shit out of his ass. Literally.
I feel like there was a good idea behind it. I just feel like mismanagement of time and resources led to what we're seeing as opposed to what was promised.
Yeah, that's pretty much my whole stance on the thing, because, I mean, I did want this to succeed. Hell, I kind of wanted to try to continue to succeed after I've seen how well Inti Creates was able to pull off a unofficial sequel. But
I guess I'll ask this then. If they retooled, if they also call it Beck are still cute designs.
yeah, Becky.
Yeah, I'll say Call does have a really good design, even if it's just ripping off Roll.
I was about to say, it's funny you say that though, Matt, because there were technically a bunch of designs they had in mind for Call, and the one that fans picked the most was the one that was obviously an inspiration from Roll.
Yeah,
It's fine.
So it's really not so much their fault; it's the fans' fault.
Right. But and also is there like, can you swap between the two of them in combat or?
no.
Unfortunately, you can't. Call is actually only playable in a one stage late in the game,
Also,
or in the game's co-op mode, assuming you have the patience to play it.
So let me just try and. Sorry, Matt first.
Sorry, here's also something. So you know how Roll is very charismatic, adorable, and actually, like, you want to, like, be around Roll because she's a good character? Yeah, Call is nothing like that. She's boring as fuck.
Yeah, they kind of forgot to give her a personality, though that's sort of the point with her, even though it didn't really work.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to spoil this right off the bat. I'm pretty much using a complete save file just to show off the stage, because I figured, why the hell not? I don't really want to go through trouble showing off the one mighty number that everyone else and their mother probably shown off, like, at their first time playing.
Yeah. Also, here's something interesting. The, like, in the original Mega Man game, you had to guess what the weaknesses of the other robots was. And if you're right, then you got a boost. You could help. Then it could help. Unfortunately, in this game, it pretty much says, "Hey, you're supposed to attack this person next! You see the sign we have here saying to attack this person next because you have their weakness!"
It does remove some of the guesswork, though. If I could be perfectly honest, I don't really mind that so much, because I think that's like very arcade game design.
The idea is that they were trying to make this more accessible for a modern audience.
Right.
Also,
and let's be fair here. Like, all that guesswork is just going to lead to like a whole bunch of repeat playthroughs that you're probably not even going to be able to finish.
yeah.
Also, I guess Avi likes to be a broadcaster.
This is Avi's stage, one that many fans don't really like all that much, mainly because there's a lot of very dangerous platforming in it. But I choose it anyway, just because, if I can be perfectly honest, Avi's actually one of my favorite of the mighty numbers, just because I like this boisterous personality of this.
The only mighty number.
Okay, I'm talking for a second here. I also like that. It's also like the personification that Avi's getting here, and that these robots aren't even like evil. A lot of them just are flat out insane now.
Pretty much.
It made them go weird. Also really cool weapons you got.
Some of them. Not all of them are winners, but I do have a few favorites. Like, yeah, the electric one kind of sucks. Avi's weapon, which I'm showing off here, it's not too bad, though a little redundant. My personal favorites are the bulldozer, which you get from Seismic, the Not Zero from the Not Zero mighty number, and the ice shooter you get from I forget the chick's name. But basically the Cryo. Thank you. That one's actually a favorite among many players that actually play this game, just because, well, it freezes the amount of time that they'll stay stuck. So
let me ask this then to Matt, so that I can get a little bit of an opinion edgewise now, and we can figure something out. If we were to try and look at what the game was doing wrong, if they put in the time to retool the visuals, I mean, like, at least like get a better shading, make it more clear what you're supposed to be going for. If they did that and even tooled in the controls a little bit so that it maybe was a bit more like responsive to you, would that make it a better game?
A bit, but it wouldn't make it like a great game or anything like that. It wouldn't even be near the level of the original Mega Man's, in my opinion. All it would do is just make the game look better and feel a little bit more fun to control. However, I still don't like the dashing mechanic. I find the story and acting annoying, and yeah, just basically...
I love how you're giving out high standards to what was essentially a Saturday morning video game.
Yeah, but they're still fun.
I don't know. I'd rather take this. I'd rather take this over 4 and 5.
A Mega Man?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd take Mighty Number 9 over Mega Man's 4 and 5. I think those games are kind of bleh.
Yeah, but I still think that they're better than this.
Jordy, how are you doing today? Jordy on the scene with our commentary, which also included Jordy. Starring Jordy.
I'm just a friendly
Featuring
bystander.
Jordy.
Hello.
I think she's afraid that I'm ready to stab a motherfucker, so...
Whoa.
Well, that would explain the knife in your hand.
What was that? Wait, what just shot them all down?
Our good old friend Nightshade.
The great power of Steve Bloom. The only character I like because he has an interesting design and is voiced by Steve Bloom.
Wow, that's
I
awesome.
kind of got a Snake vibe for some odd reason when I heard his voice, but now that you mentioned that it's Steve Bloom, it makes so much sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
so because we because we had beaten him previously, or we had him to help us, like that's the quote unquote weakness that helped us in this stage. Or...
Yep.
Yeah, he's both this boss's weakness, and he also helps you out in the stage proper, which is honestly the one thing I will give this. I will give Mighty Number 9 over the original Mega Man series. The fact that the Robot Masters, quote unquote, actually do help you out.
Which
Yeah,
I like that. I like that we're actually helping them bring them back to their senses.
Yeah.
Right, and it shows a very mild form of chemistry between the characters, which is appreciated.
And yeah, I don't... Here's the thing. I like that idea in theory. I do like that idea. But they shouldn't have made it so obvious with the guy going like, "Oh hey, I can help you take down some stuff in here, and also I'm his weakness." So yeah.
But then what makes it okay for other games to do it and you to be totally cool with it? Because
Because
other games have done that, not just this one.
doesn't mean I like it.
So let me get this straight, Matt. You like the guesswork of the classic Mega Man games, even if you don't even know it already. Because honestly, that's the only reason why I even go back to like the classic Mega Man, because I actually remember the patterns.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you remember the patterns, or if you guess the patterns right, then you are rewarded for it.
And if you guess it wrong,
But if you get it wrong, you're in for a lot of backtracking.
Or you can power through and do it. Or you can power through.
Oh goodness, goody gumdrops! Abort! Abort!
Assuming the stage was good enough in the first place.
So can you just dash indefinitely?
Yes.
That's helpful. So okay, so I'm gonna say this. To bring it on to other people and not just have it be with one of us saying all the things, which goes for me and James as well. Jordy, your experiences with Mighty Number 9, or at least like since it kind of was like an internet phenomenon almost at some point, what were your sort of like experiences or exposure to it?
I honestly don't have as much experience. All I know is that it's similar to Mega Man, or was it made by the same people? Just clear that up for me.
It was made by the same guy.
creator.
Okay, so it was made by the same guy. I know my brother got the game. I don't know if he liked it or not. I wanted to assume he did, considering he got the game. But that's pretty much about it.
Okay.
And was it this game in particular where it had a really infamous reputation with a commercial and it kind of dissed a bunch of anime fans?
Yes, that was the one. But to be fair, that was not Kaiji Inafune. That was apparently Deep Silver in charge of that one. Who said that, what would be the best idea for our game that is clearly being geared towards fans of anime? What if we just dissed that entire demographic? Wouldn't that be just amazing and so like modern and like edgy and get us a bunch of fans? Turned out it didn't work that well.
Yeah,
doesn't really help that they actually accepted.
Here's
Doesn't
the
really
thing.
help that. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say it would have been maybe cool if it was like, oh wow, we're insulting, showing off to them. It would have worked if the commercial itself didn't look but fugly itself. It's like walking on the street and some person wearing a trash bag disses you for your fashion sense. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I like that ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
That it's gone now.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Well,
That ride
apparently
scared
it's,
me.
apparently it's gone in the California one, but not in Florida.
He is insane. Avi.
Aviator.
Or
Or is it
sure.
Aviator?
Yeah, either way.
The
cool.
Aviator.
Take him down.
I kind of think it has a good ring to it. The Aviator.
Oh, that's cool. You can. Oh wow, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, that.
His camera thingy.
Yeah, you use the camera to bounce off of using Shade's weapon.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
that is a cool idea. Again, I don't think that's a bad idea. The thing I think is a bad idea is the fact that they highlighted and told you it so much.
Stating the
know.
obvious, in
Really?
other words.
Really? Because honestly, this is a boss fight that a lot of people hate just because it's not that obvious.
I don't
Okay,
mind.
obvious.
I already made that joke.
I'll say I don't mind because it's either way it makes you feel cool for. Oh jeez, it makes you feel cool when I do this sort of thing. I'm not even like trying to like suck up to the game. I genuinely think it looks cool when I see myself able. Ow! When I see myself able to do this and actually see, yeah, I'm doing this. Careful.
Stay on target.
Oh jeez. But
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Oh, yeah, how do you re-get ammo if you don't have energy pellet things?
This is actually another thing I do like for this game compared to Mega Man. It actually does replenish on its own.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, it feels like this game has so many things that could easily have trumped all the other Mega Man games. It just had a lot of other things that went against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Like again, the connection to you and your mighty numbers, the energy gauge in general, and well, the dashing, I guess.
By the way, all I'll say is, for the story, is I do like who it's revealed who the main antagonist is. That was actually a little interesting twist.
It was decent enough, I'll give it that.
But, yeah, like, literally, you're like, I know who the villain is, and I know that this Blackwell guy didn't do it. That is obvious.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now. I assume it is the director of Cherry, whatever.
Yes and no.
Cherry
This all
Lynn.
to frame him.
Spoiler warnings, yes, it was partially his fault, but he's not the main antagonist.
No.
Oh, okay.
In fact, can I just spoil it?
Go ahead.
Alright, so the main antagonist, it turns out, was a failed experiment of the Doctors. Before Mighty Number 9. And
So
that...
like the proto.
Yeah, kind of...
Pretty much.
Kind of the prototype. However, she went insane. And Blackwell was blamed for all the stuff that happened with her and was sent to prison. And Blackwell is still seen as a bad guy. And it turns out Cherrydine has been trying to hide her, but she finally broke loose.
New tips are added as the
Yep.
game progresses.
So yeah.
Be sure
Oh, it's like she's like Wilma Chow.
and view them regularly. And that game.
Yeah, essentially.
Sure.
And we're just gonna go ahead and leave the game.
Initializing power down sequence. Until next time.
Well,
No.
the warnings there won't be a next time. But with that said, that's it for our Lookout Mighty Number 9. Sincerely sorry for all the salt we just thrown right at your faces, but honestly, I'm just grateful I got this out of the way.
I'm
so, with that said, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
I'm Lucky Jack 20.
I'm not sorry I hate this game.
And once again, I'm a friendly bystander.
And I'm not sorry that I actually find this a guilty pleasure. Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Great session, everybody. I really think this therapy helped many of us here. We'll see you all next week.
Bye, guys.